On Saturday night at the Hilton Hotel in Washington, there's an event called the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Just how risky is it, and how lax is the security? You probably can't even imagine it, but there are reasons behind this. So what exactly are those reasons? Today, Feng Wei will explain it to you. In addition to that, the shooter basically saw Trump as less than human, really. So where did he get such bizarre ideas from? It's hard to imagine who he could have gotten these impressions from, honestly. So moving on, what should be done now that the Iran war has dragged on this long? Is it the US that's anxious, or is it Iran? That's also something I'll be answering for you today. Actually, the biggest news today, which I'll talk about later, is about the largest financial move the US has made in half a century. It really could be said that this move will shape the global financial order for the next 20 years, maybe even 50. But this major topic I'm talking about, you won't see it covered by any mainstream media outlet. I'll explain it to you in a bit, and you can judge for yourself whether what I'm saying is truly as significant as I claim. All right, welcome to Good Morning America, brought to you by Feng Wei. I hope to bring you the most important, weighty, and in-depth news with background every day. Hello to everyone following American news and news related to the United States. Hello to our YouTube viewers, and greetings to the listeners of Sound of Hope, Silicon Valley FM 96.1. All right, let's get straight to the point. First, let's talk about the event that happened last Saturday night, the annual White House Correspondents' Association dinner. We all know about it. I talked about it 3 or 4 times over the weekend in 3 or 4 different shows. So the latest news is that FBI Director Patel said they will release the full details of the incident to the world in less than 36 hours. This is unprecedented for the FBI. Usually, for such a major event, it takes a week or 2 before anything is made public, but he said it will be announced within 36 hours. Now, let me share a few specific aspects with everyone. One aspect is the level of risk the United States faced this time. Specifically, we're talking about the line of succession, the order of people who would take over the presidency. We all know how serious the risk was this time. If the president were to pass away, for example, or if the president is unable to perform his duties, then the next person in line would have to step up and take over. So in total, the United States passed a law in 1947 called the Presidential Succession Act. This act established 18 positions in the line of succession. So basically, there are 18 people lined up in order. If anything happens to someone ahead, the next person steps up. This is called the line of succession. The first person, of course, is the vice president. Everyone knows that. The second is the Speaker of the House, and the third is the President pro tempore of the Senate. Fourth is the Secretary of State, fifth is the Secretary of the Treasury, sixth is the Secretary of Defense, or sometimes called the Secretary of War, and seventh is the Attorney General, and so on and so forth. The eighth is the Secretary of the Interior. In short, this time, out of these 18 people, 9 were actually present at the scene. That's 50%. If you say it's 50%, do you think that's a lot? You have to realize, among the top 7 people, 6 of them were at the scene. That means 86% of those at the very top of the line of succession were at the Hilton Hotel. So if a place like the Hilton Hotel were attacked, say if a missile hit, then basically only one person would be left. The Senate's President pro tempore, Chuck Grassley. He would have to become the President of the United States. And Chuck Grassley is a U.S. Senator from Iowa, right? The highest ranking official in the Senate is the President pro tempore. Why is it called pro tempore? Because the official president of the Senate is actually the vice president, who is already first in the line of succession. So that's the situation. This history dates back to 1947, when President Roosevelt, right after World War II, passed away, and then Truman took over. When Truman took over, he looked back and realized, I don't have a vice president. I was the vice president, and now I've become president, so there's no vice president. So if something happened to him, then the Secretary of State would have to step in and take over. Because back then, before 1947, the U.S. line of succession went through the cabinet members. But at that time, Truman had this idea that you couldn't let a non-elected official become president of the United States. After all, America is a democracy, a democratic republic where representatives of the people govern the country. So doing it that way wouldn't be appropriate. That's why he suggested that Congress pass a specific law to formally establish the order of succession. This is what became the Presidential Succession Act of 1947. So the order goes just as I mentioned earlier. After the president, it's the vice president, then the Speaker of the House, the president pro tempore of the Senate, and then the Secretary of State, and so on down the line. So this is what it means, and this is what was reflected at the Saturday night dinner in the US. This is what's called the risk of exposure. So moving on, just how big is this risk? Or in other words, how lax is the security? At the Saturday night dinner, everyone knows it was a dinner, right? Usually it starts around 6 or 7 in the evening. At that time, the shooter, whose name is Cole Allen, was staying in a room next door to someone who was attending the dinner. He was probably a journalist, though he didn't specify exactly who he was. He checked in on Friday night, and he said that when he checked in that afternoon, there was absolutely no security check. He said all the equipment he brought, all his luggage, there were no metal detectors, no manual inspections, and they didn't even ask for his ID. Nothing at all. He just checked in. And that's not all. His colleague, probably another journalist, checked in at 5 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. When checking into this hotel, there was also no security check at all. So after he checked into the hotel, he could freely move between the first floor, the lobby, and his room on the 10th floor, going back and forth without anyone stopping him, without anyone checking, and without anyone asking for his credentials. He said, so whenever I left my room coming down from the 10th floor, which is the same floor where the shooter was, and went down to the event venue, all I had to do was show my ticket, that printed thing with the badge, just flash it for a second, and that was enough. So it could very well have been a photocopy. Nobody asked me to show my ID. So in other words, the shooter didn't have to take any risks at all. He could just carry a bag, a tote bag with the disassembled gun inside, right? Isn't that really quick? Then, acting all casual, he walks into the lobby, goes into the men's restroom, finds a stall, assembles the gun inside, and then just walks out. It's only about 10 meters to the security checkpoint. He just rushed straight in from outside the checkpoint. But in fact, that's probably exactly how it happened. Yeah, it's just that simple. Because if he assembled the gun on the 10th floor and then brought it down, there would have been risks along the way, right? So now it's said that he actually assembled the gun right in the lobby, which means he most likely did it in the lobby restroom. Yeah. So everyone feels that this is just such a huge risk for the American leadership with such lax security. How could it be like this, right? A lot of people are really angry about it now. Let me share my thoughts. I'm not angry at all. This is actually completely normal. Anyone who understands America or knows Americans would know that everything that happened on Saturday is totally normal because this is a regular hotel, the Hilton. You see, the Hilton Hotel usually has very large banquet halls or lobbies, and it's totally routine for them to host a big event for 2,000 people. That's just their normal business. Even if the president comes, it's just one more VIP. All they need to do is set up security at the entrance to the banquet hall or conference room. Right now, security checks are already being done inside the first floor hall. After you pass security, you have to go down a flight of stairs to reach the lower level. That's already pretty good. Actually better than the usual security checks since they're not just doing it at the entrance. Because the American Press Association could never book out the entire hotel. First of all, they just don't have the budget for that. Second, they don't want to disturb the public, nor do they have the right to do so. It's not their habit or tradition to inconvenience people, and they can't and don't want to interfere with the hotel's normal business. So what he's describing here is actually very, very common. Because the United States is basically an open country, even its capital is an open city. Why? Because there's a strong sense of trust in this country, because it's safe here. So actually, that's a good thing, isn't it? So having situations like this is actually a positive sign. If there's no need to change, of course, well, that's not the case anymore. Now, this has actually become a threat and needs to be changed, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Let me give you a comparison. In November 2023, Xi Jinping and Biden had a summit meeting in San Francisco. When Xi Jinping went to San Francisco, he stayed at one of the city's top luxury hotels called San Francisco. The St. Regis, a hotel in San Francisco, everyone can see this hotel. Xi Jinping booked the entire hotel, all 260 rooms. Okay, because there are security concerns. So what does that mean? Isn't that impressive? Using the money of the Chinese people to book out the entire hotel, leaving only a few rooms, those are luxury suites reserved for special guests, special people, so there are no security issues at all. Other than that, the whole hotel was booked out. All because Xi Jinping was going to stay there for 2 days. But when the US president travels abroad, at most they just book one floor. So Biden only booked one floor. Even when the US president visits other countries, at most they book one floor. And if there are a lot of people, maybe two floors, unless the destination country is extremely unsafe. They would only book an entire building if it was really necessary. It's very rare for someone like Xi Jinping to come to the US and book an entire building. As for the press association, even the president only gets so much. So the press association can't really put on much of a show. All they can do is pay to rent the conference hall and maybe organize a dinner. They just don't have the funds to do anything more. So to put it simply, the White House Correspondents Association just books the main hall on the ground floor of the Hilton. If the president doesn't attend, then it's just like any other regular event. If the president does come, they just secure the entrance and that's it. They don't interfere with any of the hotel's other business that's unrelated to the event on the ground floor. Guests can stay wherever they want. There are no restrictions, no security checks, nothing like that. In the US, have you ever had to go through security when staying at a hotel? If you bring in a suitcase, do they check you or make you go through security? None of that happens, right? So you really can't blame the Secret Service or the FBI because that's just how things are in America. It's always been like this, just the way things work here. Of course, whether it's still like this today is another question, since the battle over values in the US has now reached the point where the president's life is at risk. So in a way, what happened on Saturday could actually be seen as a good thing since no one got hurt and no one managed to break in. But it did serve as a reminder to the US government to expand the scope of security checks. So Trump's White House has already held a meeting today, specifically calling a special security meeting, bringing in the Secret Service and the Department of Homeland Security. And the White House's logistics and operations staff are also being brought in to really tighten things up regarding this incident. The FBI director, Kash Patel, has already made it clear that things won't be handled this way in the future. Of course, if one day, maybe just a few days from now, America becomes more and more heavily guarded with strict security everywhere, that's not really a good thing. But given these turbulent times, it's something that absolutely has to be done. All we can do is hope that America can return to a time of peace and prosperity as soon as possible. Maybe even back to the days when people didn't pick up things that weren't theirs and didn't have to lock their doors at night. That was the way it was 30 years ago. All right, next, let's talk about who influenced this shooter. Who influenced the shooter? Today, the whole screen is filled with this topic. Accusations everywhere. Was he influenced by his congressman? His congressman is named Ted Lieu, or Liu Yunping. In the shooter's manifesto, Alan, this shooter's name is Alan, he says that Trump is a pedophile, a rapist, and a traitor. Wow, where is all this coming from? You say these things and even use them as a reason to kill people. What are you basing this on? Right now, we don't know. But the congressman elected from California's 36th congressional district, Liu Yunping, just has been saying all along that there's credible evidence showing that Trump raped and even killed children. Now, many media outlets blame him for starting this. Some even demand his citizenship be revoked and he be deported. After all, Liu Yunping wasn't US born. He moved from Taiwan at age 3. Actually, I had noticed before that he really did say this. But there has never been any evidence showing that Trump is a pedophile, a rapist, or a so-called traitor. Because, well, this January, so following the orders of Congress, the Department of Justice has already released or published 3 million pages of Epstein-related documents. Some media outlets even say it's up to 3.5 million pages. This timeframe covers from 2019 to 2026. As you all know, the entire Epstein case has spanned 7 years up to now, across 2 administrations, including 4 years under the Biden administration, 4 years during which they absolutely did not want Trump to return to the White House. So from then until now, at least from January to now, it's already been 4 months, right? There's been no evidence at all proving that Trump was involved in pedophilia or even anything like rape. So back when Trump was still a private citizen, in the previous 2 years, he was accused by someone. After being sued in civil court, he lost the case. They found he did something in the dressing room, but it wasn't a criminal prosecution. It's like one person suing another. One claims something happened, the other denies it, and the judge simply says, "I believe the accuser." That's all it was. Yeah, even though Trump was fined a lot of money, that wasn't a criminal case. In other words, even Jong Sun, If even the grand jury couldn't be convinced, if they could have been convinced, there would have been a criminal indictment, right? But since they couldn't be convinced, of course, in the end, he just had to pay a huge sum of money, and now it's all over. Nothing came of it. So there's no evidence at all proving that Trump was involved in pedophilia or rape or anything like that. Sometimes you'll see people on X talking like it's a fact, and they'll even post some related links, saying evidence has surfaced and so on. Every time I see this kind of thing, I always follow up and check it out, because I'm really curious about this matter too. If Trump really had something like this, I would tell everyone right now. I definitely wouldn't hide it. So every time I come across this kind of thing, I always go and look into it. Because with things like this, my reaction is always, wow, really? Is that true? So every time I look into it to find out, I check all the way to see if it's actually true. So this includes WikiLeaks. Julian Assange from WikiLeaks, he told Dr. Chan and also told Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly asked him, she said, your organization has never released any negative material about President Trump. Is that right? Are you covering for him, giving him protection? Because WikiLeaks has released a lot of dirt on celebrities, right? So Assange told Megyn Kelly, he said, do you know why? He said, it's true, I haven't released anything, and the reason is, his exact words were, there simply aren't any scandals about Donald Trump to expose. He went on to say that Trump might be the cleanest person in Washington because he's neither a career politician nor a product of the globalist elite establishment. So at this point, those people posting on X claiming that Trump is involved in these things and speaking with such certainty, I have to say, making such definitive statements is extremely irresponsible and shows a lack of basic social ethics. But honestly, people like that usually don't influence anyone. They're just expressing their own strong opinions, that's all. But if a member of Congress who is trusted by the public keeps making such definitive statements, it could actually influence people and lead to real violence. That's exactly what people are questioning right now. So public figures, especially elected officials, really need to have some self-respect. Otherwise, it's not just about freedom of speech. What you might be inciting is violence. Now, in the past couple of days, there's been a lot of talk about Zhang Jiawei. Is it Zhang Jiawei? Zhang Weijia, right? Yes, Zhang Weijia. She's also been a prominent figure lately. She's the president of the White House Correspondents Association. Many Chinese people have said that she was pointing and gesturing in front of Trump, and she's been criticized for being disrespectful to the president. I don't want to comment on her specific actions, but I do want to talk about this situation in general. So what's really going on with the so-called social atmosphere in the US? Actually, America's a pretty egalitarian society. You know, the word civilization actually comes from citizen. It means a society of citizens. It comes from the word citizen. Of course, the word citizen comes from Greek, from the Greek language. So in ancient Greece, civilization actually meant an egalitarian society. That's why America, especially America, is a pretty egalitarian society. Not only does the US not have a nobility, there really isn't much of a visible social hierarchy or class distinction. I don't know if you agree with me on this, but let me keep going and explain further. The fact that America doesn't have a nobility isn't a simple thing. As you know, America came from England. It used to be part of England. It was a British colony. In Europe and in England, there is a nobility. Even today, there still is. And you could say that America is like the child of Europe, right? If you compare it to India, for example. But when the US Constitution was established, it explicitly prohibited titles of nobility. So from the very beginning, the nobility system was not allowed to exist in America. That's why there is no nobility in the United States today. So actually, there really isn't much of a hierarchy in American society. Why is that? Because everyone makes their own living. Why would you need to bow and scrape to others? Honestly, it's not just that the US Constitution bans nobility. The system created by the Constitution, including its legal system and founding spirit, is all about governing the country through systems and morals. You don't have to beg anyone for favors. In America, if you work hard and are diligent, you can accomplish anything. That's not entirely accurate. What I mean is, for most ordinary things, you can get them done without having to flatter anyone or pull any strings. And you don't need to bow and scrape to anyone either. The only real prerequisite is that your English has to be good. If your English isn't good, then there's not much you can do. But if your English is good, you can live a normal life and do whatever you want in the US without having to ask anyone for help. When I first arrived in the US, I remember being at the airport and noticing the black drivers who operated the shuttle buses. Wow, they were all so confident, like they truly owned the bus. No matter who got on, whether it was someone poor, a high-ranking official, or even a billionaire, they treated everyone the same. There was no difference in how they treated anyone. They were the boss of that bus and you had to listen to them, okay? So the bus driver didn't have to show any special respect to people in power. They were completely equal with their passengers. You know, when I first got to the US, my first and second jobs were both at software companies. One of them was called Remedy, a high-tech, fast-growing company in Silicon Valley. There were about 300 people, and later this company was acquired. The company that bought us was called BMC. BMC. The boss, the president of Remedy, was named Larry. Later, after we were acquired, BMC was a software company with 20,000 employees. In the US, a company with 20,000 people is huge. It was the 5th largest software company in America. So the boss of BMC was named Bob. I can't even remember his last name. When I met the two of them, I was just a junior Chinese engineer starting out. When I saw Larry, I called him Larry. And when I saw Bob, I called him Bob. There was even one time when Bob came to the company to give a speech to everyone. Afterwards, I went to find him and said, "Let me tell you, there's a Chinese program, a Chinese show, performing in San Francisco called Shenyang." I just told him directly, "Bob, you should go see this great show." He was really happy and took the information I gave him. So this is the kind of custom you find in American companies. Everyone goes by their first name, Larry Barber. My English name is Alan, and later on, I also started a company in the US. In the company, everyone called me president. But I really wasn't used to it, you know? I kept having to correct them, telling them, "Don't call me president, just call me Alan. Just call me Alan, or just use my first name, that's fine." Because this really is the company culture in the US, and it's also part of American social culture. It's all about equality, and there are benefits to equality. When things are equal, people dare to speak the truth, dare to speak up, and can voice different opinions, which helps avoid mistakes. So you see, this young woman, President Jiang, she's pointing her finger and gesturing right in front of Trump, right? And look at Trump, he doesn't care at all. Did you notice? He doesn't get angry and he doesn't put on airs, right? This is a very typical example of American culture. Jiang Weijia, right? She doesn't think what she's doing is out of line, and Trump doesn't think so either. That's just how it is. Of course, for Chinese people, you might really wonder if this kind of behavior is appropriate, especially for a young woman. From an Eastern cultural perspective, you might feel that way. Shouldn't you show a bit more respect to the president? But like I said, this is American culture. This is just how things are in situations like this. So whether it's Vance or Rubio around Trump, they joke with him and treat him as an equal. That's absolutely how it is. It's very common. That's just the way things are. Personally, I really don't like this whole hierarchy thing, where people are overly deferential and timid when they speak. Are there social classes in the US? Yes, there are. But how do these classes show themselves? They do it in a subtle way. It's reflected in wealthy neighborhoods, in the circles that rich people move in their cultural circles, in their lifestyles. They just don't mix with people from different circles. But you see, this is something they keep to themselves. They won't act superior in front of poor people. In the US, it's really rare for rich people to show off or act like they're better than poor people. I don't know if it's just my perspective, right? Maybe I'm only seeing one side of things, or maybe it's something else. What do you all think? Is it really like this in the US? About half of our audience here is American or Chinese American. Do you think what I'm saying matches your experience? Yeah, actually, I really like this aspect of American culture. Of course, it's definitely not like this in the East. In China, for example, I know that the hierarchy in companies is very, very clear. So, what do you think? How about we do a quick poll? Do you prefer the American style or the Chinese style? I really think there's no right or wrong here. It just depends on personal preference. Let's see what our audience thinks, okay? And for those listening on 961, you're welcome to share your opinions too. Oh, there's actually a really easy way for 961 listeners to reach me. Just send a text message to 961-961. If you like the American style, text 1. If you prefer the Chinese style, text 2, okay? All right, everyone can take part in this poll, and we'll check out the results in a bit. Now, there's one more small thing. Let's talk about the president and vice president stepping down first, and then the president stepping down again. The president actually appeared on 60 Minutes yesterday. So then, when he was asked, why did the vice president evacuate first and you waited 30 seconds before leaving, the president said, because I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to go. I held them back and said, wait, I want to see what's going on. So for this reason, he said, it's not anyone else's fault. It was because of me. That's what happened. Isn't that interesting? All right, so next, let's talk about the latest updates on the Iran war, okay? Because actually, over the weekend, it was all about, how should I put it, this topic. The news was all about the White House Correspondents' Dinner, so there was hardly any coverage about Iran. So now, let me catch everyone up. But before I do that, let me quickly share a message from our sponsor. A couple of days ago, a friend ordered four boxes of the deep yellow gift set. I thought he was buying them for his mom, but he said no, his mom had already passed away. These gift sets were for his sisters. What he said made me realize that Mother's Day isn't just for mothers. It's also for all the women around you who quietly look out for you, like wives, sisters, and close friends. So this year, why not give this thoughtful gift to that person you've always appreciated but rarely express it to? So I sincerely recommend this deep yellow premium gift box to you. Inside, you'll find raw asterisk asterisk, raw golden, and raw yellow. It's a full-body raw asterisk asterisk. You can open it and eat it right away, just like dried fruit, so you can replenish yourself anytime. The raw golden variety helps regulate the three highs of metabolism, while the black ginseng in the raw yellow can be used to make nourishing soups, boosting your immunity, or your friend's immunity, from the inside out. That's why, for Mother's Day, we specially included ribbon packaging and a beautiful greeting card. It's both affordable and heartfelt. This is a thoughtful gift prepared by Blueberry Premium, especially for Mother's Day. So if you're interested, you can click the description section below the screen, where you'll find the Mother's Day special area. There are several package options for you to choose from. The popular Red Sea Cucumber Health Gel is a great gift. Use promo code FENGWEI for 15% off. Subscribing drops the price even further to 20% off, which is a better deal. It's great to give the gift of health to the people you care about most. Now, let's take a look at the latest updates from Iran. Today is April 27th, and the Iran war has entered its 59th day, with the maritime blockade now in its 15th day. The ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon has basically reached its 12th day. Up to now, Iran's oil tanks are basically full. Maybe in another day or two, so let's see what they'll do next. So, first, let's talk about the latest news. I'll catch you up on some updates from the weekend, just a few sentences. Originally, on Friday, Iran's foreign minister was supposed to go to Pakistan, but Ghalibaf, the speaker, didn't go. The speaker might have already been taken out, not eliminated, but excluded. As for the U.S. delegation, they were supposed to go too, from Vance to Whitaker, and even Kushner, but then Trump said, don't go. He said, don't go. He said it's a waste of time, flying 16 or 17 hours. We hold all the cards. We can win everything. If they want to talk to us, let them come to us. Don't go. Trump said there's serious infighting within Iran, but he's ready to deal with whoever is actually in power. Trump said, interestingly, as soon as I canceled the trip, 10 minutes later, I received a much better proposal. But Trump still ignored it and still said not to go. Clearly, the new proposal still wasn't good enough. At the same time, Trump continued to authorize the U.S. Navy to destroy any Iranian speedboats that tried to lay mines or interfere with navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. This is what I referred to as the text fleet. The U.S. is now in the process of strangling this so-called text fleet, and meanwhile, American military aircraft continue to gather in the Middle East. At an Israeli Air Force base called Ben Gurion, the number of U.S. military aircraft gathered there is already quite large, surpassing the scale before the ceasefire. So clearly, Trump is also preparing to continue fighting if peace talks fail. As for the U.S. military, they are continuing to enforce these sanctions, fully blockading ships entering and leaving Iranian ports. This has been ongoing since April 13th. The U.S. has already, split its forces into two groups. One is the USS Lincoln Aircraft Carrier Strike Group, which has already turned back 38 Iranian ships, or ships related to Iran, intercepting crude oil worth $1 billion and $50 million. After being intercepted by the U.S. military, these ships were forced to return to Iranian ports. The third U.S. Aircraft Carrier Strike Group, the USS George Bush, is in the eastern Indian Ocean, pursuing ships that have entered the Indian Ocean. These are Iranian vessels. And then the latest news is that on Friday, they seized two supertankers from the so-called Shadow Fleet, one called Tiffany and the other called Majestic X. They intercepted Iranian crude oil worth $380 million on board. So as for the reasons related to the USS Lincoln, it's just heading back home. Now, this $380 million worth of oil is being sent to the United States, directly shipped there. For Iran, the problem they're facing now is what to do when their oil tanks are full. Do they shut down the oil wells? This could cause permanent damage, but that's not all. Yesterday, Trump said that Iran's maritime blockade has already made it impossible to transport this oil. If the oil can't be shipped out, the internal pressure in the pipelines could keep building up, and it might even lead to pipeline ruptures. He announced that he heard from professionals that there are probably only 3 days left before something like this could happen. Once an oil pipeline explodes, it can't be restored to its original state. So Iran is facing two major pressures. One is oil transportation, and the other is oil extraction. Both are extremely stressful. Meanwhile, what about U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent? On Saturday, he said that some Iranians have already started relying on bartering because of what's called barter trade. They're using bartering to get cooking oil and edible oil to make a living. Because Iran's currency has become ridiculously inflated. Right now, we don't really know what it looks like. Maybe people are carrying sacks of money just to exchange them for something like a bar of soap or a bottle of oil. So Bessent said he was really surprised that the Islamic Revolutionary Guard has pushed Iranians to this point. A whole new way of trading just to get cooking oil. He said their leadership is now doing everything they can to move more and more money into overseas accounts. And the severe mismanagement of Iran's economy has forced the proud Iranian people to rely on bartering just to feed their families, and they've had to depend on their neighbors to get by. Bessent said that after decades of corruption, the United States will firmly support the freedom and dignity of the Iranian people. In addition, the United States is also